Thank you so much, Akshita. I think I'll just give a few words and then I'll send you my elaborate talk for sure that will go online. But I think I want to say to everyone listening today is this waste is something that we see every day, yet we ignore most of the times, and it's very important today that we start seeing waste seriously. The concept of waste does not exist in nature. It is us humans who have created it. So it's our responsibility to get rid of it. So what we are doing is, we are just relocating the waste or burning the waste. That's the reason why it's ending up in the landfills. So we need to start seeing waste in a very different angle. All the youth out there, we are torchbearers of this society. And we need to start seeing waste very seriously because that's a very huge issue considering the current pandemic crisis as well. If you see how PP pollution has, created havoc around the world with all the oceans being filled up with now all our PP face masks and single-use other waste. So it is very important that we start observing. I will give you 4 points as to what we have to do towards creating innovations. One is observe. Observe the problem around you, what's going on. Number two would be solve, try to be the solution that you're trying to see and observe. Third would be fail always. If you are failing, it's very important. Failure is the key to understand how not to do things. So if you're failing, you're doing something right. Always remember that. Don't lose your hope in the process. And the fourth is learn. In this entire cycle, always learn from your mistakes, learn from your observations, learn from others, collaborate, not compete, never compete, always collaborate. Very key, important, and this is how we will be able to create a proper solution for the existing problem that's waste, and in general the whole entire cycle of innovation. And also considering three important things, there is always a balance. Kabhi bhi when you are trying to assess yourself or assess your solution or startup in this, always remember, have a balance of three things. One is your environmental impact, second is your social impact, and third is your economic impact. Very important that you balance out the three. If you have something which is more important than the other two, it's going to create an imbalance, and hence that's not going to be sustainable. So very important to have a balance of these three things. And lastly, I want to say that nothing is useless in this world. Let's get inspired from our parents, especially our moms. They're the biggest recyclers. We all remember our favorite T-shirt has become pocha the moment it's toned down. So we have it in our blood. We just need to make it mainstream and start innovating. Especially all the youth out there, start talking about it. Start innovating. Nothing is useless in this world. What's a waste to use someone's asset? Always remember that. And that being said, I think I'm gonna answer a few of the questions because then I had to leave for another meeting. So I'll definitely be open to the questions. So
Yes.
shoot in. Thank you.
Yeah. Pranjali, you may just start with the questions.
Yes, sir. So we have one question. What is your inspiration? Which keeps you motivated?
My inspiration as a 10-year-old had always been Captain Planet. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those cartoons, but as a kid growing up, my inspiration was Captain Planet, and the tagline itself inspired me the most. Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero. So that's been something that has been stuck in my mind ever since I was 10, and that's what motivates me even till today, to be able to wake up every day and innovate. I have eco anxiety, so I cannot see waste degradation happening around not just my surroundings but also around the world. And that kind of keeps motivating me to do something, have a hope that we can be the solution that we are trying to see for our future.
Okay, sir. The next question is, sir, do you think that a subject fully dedicated to waste management should be included in syllabus at school level as well as undergraduate level?
Absolutely, this is going to be very interesting because we are already working on something called Westific. So Westific is for almost now 5 years. I've been running a program called Punaravrutti program, which was basically for schools and colleges to have a mainstream field for waste management where they get to work with our wastes and the products that we create and create something out of it. Now we are trying to make it national, trying to actually have a recognized subject and a degree based on it, where every school and colleges will have a special lab, just like how biology, chemistry lab are existent. In a similar fashion, there will be waste labs, waste eco centers within the vicinity of a school and a college, so that from the beginning of a child's learning, they can start understanding waste and start solving those problems. So that's something that we are no, absolutely working on.
Yes, sir. So, as we know, the population is the topic of concern. Then, why government come up with a very strict rule? Uh,
So I'll explain you in a very simple manner. It's not easy just to blame one particular stakeholder in this entire, uh, you know, uh, entire policy of what we call as a circular economy. We all are responsible. May it be the government, may it be the consumers, the manufacturers, the segregators, and the recyclers. We all are responsible in some or the other way. Absolutely, there are very key factors into banning something. Very simple question I ask the consumers is, if from tomorrow your plastic the Tetra packs that you use start coming in milk bottles, which were how initially how milk was being supplied. Would you be willing to spend another 5 rupees to buy that particular product? Because absolutely the materials are different. Most of them would answer, we will try, but it's not something that everyone is willing to do. So it's always about all the stakeholders in the process. Absolutely, government has to be much more stricter, but also it is about uh, how we are able to create something for the alternatives of the existing things. For example, single-use plastic needs an alternative. Until unless we don't have an alternative, people are always going to, and it alternative does not need to be expensive. It's very important for us to also know that. So once we have started that, is when government can become more and more strict on this process, and then that's how all the stakeholders will be able to take a part in it.
okay. So, sir, Diti has a question. Diti, would you please unmute yourself and ask the question?
Okay, hello, sir.
Yes.
I'm Diti Naik. So it's actually really great to be talking to you. So my question was, like we know that there have been varied innovations in the eco-friendly sector. Like the market has risen and people are trying to make more stuffs eco-friendly. But the thing is, they aren't reaching out to common people. Like, so do you think that what does marketing play a role in this? How do we go forward in this?
Going local is one thing. Uh, Plus, I'll tell you, there are many people out there selling eco-friendly products, but understand that just because it's written it's environment friendly may necessarily not be one. So be a smart customer. Don't get greenwashed. Greenwashed is something that is similar to brainwashing, but telling you that it's environment friendly. So ensure that you are asking the questions. How is it environment friendly? What are the materials used? How much is it recycled? Is it made out of waste, or what is it? Is it a single time use, or it's refillable? What's its shelf life like? So all these questions are to be asked. That is one very big key factor before the next thing is the marketing, because marketing के लिए तो कोई भी anyone will put up we are environment friendly, but that does not mean that they would be. So it's very important. And plus, as far as about the right people are concerned, then probably just spreading the word out will make a lot of sense. That it's all word of mouth at the moment, because people will start reaching, and the more local it will be, the faster it will be able to grow in that aspect. So I think I may have not 100% answered your question, but that will give you a starting point as to how to go about further with it. So the marketing should be it should be a part of your aspect, but the more focus should be always on the materials and what you're trying to sell, the unique selling points. Once it's there, then no matter wherever in the world you are sitting, there is going to be a demand for it.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you.
Sagar has one question. Sagar, would you like to unmute yourself and ask the question?
Yeah, hi. Since I'm working in Gulf area, especially Dubai and Saudi Arabia, so here for every sector they follow lead standards, which are
Correct.
from US. So I'm from construction background, so we are seeing that we are implementing lean construction or green construction on site. So in point of this, what are the different policies in India for a zero
So
carbon policy?
you can follow the IGBC rules. That's just same like, so Indian Green Building Council has its own lead program. So it correlates with the US GBC, the United States Green Building Council के साथ उनका जो lead program है. So it is tied up with that. It's under CII. Those standards are definitely followed. We are a part of that system as well. So that is something you can refer to for more further clarity on how you want to go forward with your construction segment in India.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, the next question is from Manvinder Singh. Manvinder, would you like to unmute yourself and ask the question? Hello.
Anjali, you may read the question.
Okay. So the question is, who has the responsibility to clean the waste? The one who generated? What are your views on this?
It's everyone's responsibility. The one who makes it, the one who generates it, the government, you, me, everyone is responsible for the waste that is generated. Overall, Homo sapiens are responsible for it. The more the blame game we are going to play, the more it is going to harm our own earth. So it is, if a manufacturer is trying to say it's only a consumer's responsibility, that's wrong. If the consumer is saying, why do we care? It's the manufacturer who has to do it, then that's wrong as well. So I'm just hearing my own voice. Can someone mute themselves, please?
I request everyone to mute themselves.
Yeah, thank you. So so as I mentioned that it's a cycle, it's a process, and everyone in this system of circular economy has to fulfill their own responsibilities. If one of them does not, that means the whole cycle breaks, and hence it's everyone's responsibility to do it.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
All right.
I think I'll just be able to take another one question before I'll have to leave. So
yes, sir. So the next question is, sometimes recycling needs to set up extra machineries. So does that make recycling very expensive?
Everything setting up requires a certain machinery aspect as such. There are existing infrastructures. So for example, what my company does is we utilize the existing machines and the processes to do it. And there is no rocket science in it. It's just the material innovation that happens. It can be because of the quantum of it, always there is going to be heavy machineries that will be required for it, but they may not necessarily be expensive as compared to what anything else will be existing in the market. So it all depends on the quantum of it. As the more the waste, and a lot of people ask me this question, what if from tomorrow waste stop getting existed, then you will be out of business. I said, I wait for the day I'll be out of business. That means there is going to be no waste generated.
Yeah,
So that's the goal.
definitely.
The goal is not about recycling. The goal is about reducing the waste. And if we start buying things, only the things that we need and not the things that we want, automatically the burden on the recycling plants. And to be very specific, there are very few recycling plants. Most of the plants that you hear of which are recycling are actually segregators. So they
Yeah.
are only taking up the things that are of importance and then throwing out the rest. So that's also one of the reasons why we have landfills. So important is finding solutions to actually recycle it. It may be expensive in terms of the machinery at once, but if you see an overall aspect, it's much more cost effective than what you are already spending behind, the waste. So that is very important.
Yes. So the very last question, Tammy ma'am, she's one of our speakers. So she's having one question is that, is there anything particular we can do to help you in your work, or anything you need to help you do to more, you to do more or spread the word? So she can definitely help you because she's also the animal rescuer, and also she's in many of the social works, so she can even benefit with you.
Absolutely. So any type of help is always welcomed. So we are always looking for collaboration. As I was mentioning in the talk, this brief talk as well, is that we are not looking to compete. Always looking to collaborate. So we are always there looking for, if you are rescuing animals and if you're looking for shelters, we can work together towards making eco-friendly shelters that are not harmful to the environment or to the dogs who are being rescued themselves. So apart from that, absolutely, you everyone can take part in our drives. Which what we are doing is this: now we are setting up specific segregation drives where we are inviting people to send their used PPE, face masks, their sheets, all these things to us, and we will recycle them. Apart from that, we are also collecting coffee waste. So if you guys are coffee lovers and you want to collect the coffee waste or the tea waste, agar chai peene ke liye, if you go to any shops or something, start collecting the kucha that is left over. We are running such drives, and we are gonna keep adding more and more waste, which will be in the collection stream, and create products out of it. So absolutely, that can be there. Every year we have an internship program which we are opening up to designers, towards students, to even social entrepreneurs, social workers, to come share their ideas, their views on how we can grow this segment, because waste management is required in every sector. For example, the wedding which we are working with, the eco weddings, or maybe trying to work with production houses to make zero discharge film sets. So every stream, every field requires a waste management or waste recycling particularly specific guidelines is. So we are trying to form that. So if you are a professional and you're looking to do something in your field, shoot us what all you are doing, and then we can discuss and collaborate on the same.
Thank you. That's very, very good to know. We just love to do anything that we can to help you, whether it's from Great Britain or the US, anything we can do. I'm so in awe of what you do. And it's a perfect example, everyone, of how one person can make an enormous difference.
Absolutely. I think, Tammy, let's catch up post maybe in a couple of days, and let's try to synergize what all we can do, and figure out something if we can do abroad as well. Because we are coming up with more and more centers in UK and US as well. So absolutely, let's discuss that.
That's great. Love to help.
All right. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And right now
I
we are
think
just switching.
I'll have
Yeah.
to now excuse myself. So
Yes, sir. Definitely. Okay.
thank you so much for inviting, and I look forward to hearing you.
Yes, sir. So, sir, just can we have a photograph together?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
So
Yeah,
on the behalf of TEDx Chica team, I just extend really a hearty vote of thanks to you, sir. And you have spared time from your busiest schedule to grace this occasion. So thank you so much. And yeah, just let's click one photograph together. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, say cheese.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.